They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more.
Donald, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
Welcome to the mythical land of Florida. Here, you'll finally get to live out your lifelong dream of becoming a drug dealer.
Would you like to buy some fentanyl?
For the first time in GTA history, your choices will have realistic consequences.
Turns out selling fentanyl to children is illegal, so there might be warrants out for our arrest.
Defend your reputation to improve your street cred.
Which one of you said that I had small hands?
Me, motherfucker. Those hands small as fuck.
Well, now you're gonna catch them.
After prioritizing diversity in our writing staff, we feel confident that we have delivered some of the best dialogue that a GTA game has ever seen.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good.
Good.
Are you also good?
Yes.
Good.
The new in-game relationship system makes pursuing women more realistic than ever.
Would you like to go out with me?
No.
Doesn't get more realistic than that. At Cockstar Games, we know that representation is very important. That's why in GTA 6, 50% of all playable characters will be female to represent the 0.002% of GTA players that are women. You can't take over a city and terrorize its inhabitants alone. You'll have to use teamwork if you're going to stand a chance.
The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together and being a team. Trust?
No.
Cockstar Games reserve the right to illegally steal all player data. Stats indicating disproportionate attacks on NPCs of color will be forwarded to all relevant authorities. Same hate crime equals real hate crime.
It was just a Friday. She said she won't take it back to my place. And I think that she like me. Signing, name ain't even Kiki, but she riding. She might get upgraded from sighting. Friday, she said she won't take it back to my place. And I think that she like me. Signing, name ain't even Kiki, but she riding. She might get upgraded from Friday. Ay, riding on me like a highway. Ay, we ain't even making up the driveway. She just hit me up cause she saw my pen on MySpace. Now I'm number one in her top 8. I got a brand new pet, yeah. Work is a brand new rep. She wanna break her back, bitch, I'll break my neck. Oh my god, how are you so cheap?
Crypto YouTube. How's it going? Crypto Stud here with another banger. Been kind of a choppy week for us, huh? I did adjust my mic a little bit, so hopefully it's a bit better. Less of my breathing in the mic. A little bummed. My headset that I normally use is like dead right now, so I'm using a off-brand one that's kind of crappy. So bear with me. Well, as you can see, I am into a position of a long. I am hoping that we do get higher up here. I still am targeting the weekly P, so we'll see if we actually hit that, if we actually get that. It has been kind of choppy though, nonetheless. Not much volatility came into the market. There's not really much movement going on. We don't really have many reports this week to really make us move. So maybe into the weekend we get some low volume pump, just get back up to the high range so we could find ourselves into another short position. But in the meantime, I'm looking for longs and longs only for the time being until charts tell me otherwise. So stay tuned. Welcome to the crypto universe where possibilities sparkle like stars. With the belief that God is great, God is good, we embark on this exciting journey through blockchain and cryptocurrency. Carry hope and positivity as we navigate this dynamic world together. Whether in sunlight or seeking a beacon in the night, may your heart be filled with peace, love, and the promise of prosperity. Join me on my channel as we unlock crypto mysteries and a curiosity in bold hearts. Here's to success, understanding, and a touch of magic on our path. May your day shine bright, your spirit be light, and your investments flourish. Now, let's dive into today's crypto adventure. So I've gotten quite a well-received response on the shorter video, so I appreciate the comments and suggestions on that. And I will move forward doing shorter videos. I probably will do a longer video tonight. There's quite a bit of content I do want to cover, and I do kind of want to look over reports that we have possibly next week, see when the CPI report's coming out, because it is towards the end of the month here, so we'll be having that come out the beginning of next month, so that could be something that actually moves the market. And then we do have the random indicator, so I do want to keep doing that on our Thursday videos as well. So just a lot of content to cover, and at the same time, I can't squeeze it all into a 30-minute video, but I do like the 30-minute content. It was kind of weird me doing it because I'm so used to doing the hour videos, but it was well received, well liked, so I do like that. I do want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers, the new viewers. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you. I like that. You keep motivating me. The more people who subscribe to me, the more people who watch me, motivates me to create more content. It might not be the most exciting content, but I get to the point. I show you the charts. I tell you what to do. I tell you, good areas to get into, what I see day in, day out, the experience that I've given myself and trading religiously. I provide, that info to y'all and help you make good educated guesses and good risk management, good RR trades, and really help strive you to be a better trader in your own. How I trade might be different than how other people trade, and I prefer how I trade. It helps me best. It's a good trading style for me, and it might not fit you, but maybe there's things that you can take from me that help you become a better trader, and that's ideally what I want. I want everybody to be a better trader. I mean, and there's days where I could be a better trader, I'm not going to make every position. I'm not going to get every position. Like I said in my last video, I did miss the local bottom. I was kind of doing something at the time, but I relatively knew that we were going to get to that area. I just didn't know when. And then when it happened, I was doing other things. So, another aspect of life and trading is patience, having patience for a trade setup and something that, when you're ready and you're attentive and ready to take a trade, you take that trade. So I am in a position. I did take a trade that I found worked well for me. And I do kind of want to go over why I got into this position, why I got into this trade, because I do know that helps people be a better trader. Getting experience from somebody else, a better trader, and finding out what they were thinking, what their thought process was to get into that trade. And this setup was actually a pretty decent setup for me. There'll be times that there's difficult trades. Not every trade is 100%. You're not going to be certain 100% of the time. But when you do have trades that are good and there is a good hit rate, you have to take those trades. Now, I did get into this position kind of cautiously knowing that I do want to add more to it. But if we do start pulling back into my position, like my entry point, I'll probably take some off the table, knowing, knowing that I am looking for a swing fail pattern of the low. Do we get it? We might not. If we do get it, I will play it aggressively and take that position. But I did talk about that in my last video, that I was looking for something below the range that we are right now. So we'll discuss that more in our video. I just want to give a big, shout out to all the viewers, everything, and I just appreciate it. So, all right, with that, I don't really have anything on housekeeping. I do have an update for the indicator coming out finally, probably Saturday. I hope to push it Saturday. I finally got a couple fixes in that I needed to get in that are finally working. So I'm very happy about that. And overall, it's looking really good. So there's still a couple minor issues with it, but it's much better off than it was last week in my last video. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's pretty much good on housekeeping. I will do a giveaway when I get to 15,000 followers. And then I will probably do a promotion for 4th of July. So if you've been watching me for a while and you've been really wanting to get into the trade group, and you know, you've just been waiting for a promotion of some sort, I will have a promotion coming up. It probably won't be anything great. It would be like a 4th of July promotion, but I might put something into it. I haven't quite decided on that. But yeah, that's it for me. Let's drop into the news. We're gonna go over news, stocks. We're gonna look at the dollar. The dollar's kind of been pulling back. It's at a really nice spot right now, so it kind of gives me some favoritism to Bitcoin going higher. We'll look at the S&P. I won't look at the Dow or NASDAQ this time because there is some other things I want to look at, but we'll definitely look at the S&P. Of course, we'll look at Bitcoin. We're gonna look at Tesla, XOM, and then I did want to look at one other stock that's kind of been on my radar lately that I've been looking at, and we'll go over that, and then the random indicator. So stay tuned. Lots to cover, a little bit of time. All right, so I went ahead and loaded up some news articles for us from our crypto news section on our Discord. That comes in 24/7, feed all day, every day, whatever your heart desires, it comes in nonstop. And then also these junk ones that I seem to not be able to get rid of. So, all right, we'll go through these really quick. SpaceX tender offer would value Elon Musk's space company at $210 billion, report says. SpaceX valuations once again in the spotlight. Great for SpaceX. Pretty wild. They've accomplished a lot of things. So that's great for them. Roaring Kitty posts cryptic dog image and shares of Chewy. GameStop react. Wonderful. The retail traders continue putting into this stock. Not something I recommend personally, but that's to each their own, right? Nike wants to sell fewer classic sneakers, roll out more new ones in bid to revive demand. Yeah, Nike has been kind of dead. I haven't really worn Nike shoes in a while. I do have a pair of Nike gym shoes that I wear that I've had for a couple years that I just kind of wear here and there. They're like black and green, so they're not the most trendiest anymore. At the time that I had them, they were more trendy. Now, not so much. And I do have like some paint stains on them that they're like blue paint stains that won't go away, but I love them. They're comfortable, but they're kind of out of style. So if Arizona's iced tea price kept pace with inflation, it would cost 124% more than it does today. That's crazy to see that. I did see something on Twitter or Crypto X, whatever you want to call it, and along with Instagram, that this guy he purchased something from Walmart in 2022, and then he did like a reorder of it, and it was like 128 in 22, and it's like 450 now in 2024. It's crazy. Prices have just rose so much as they have. So Mexc files for Solana ETF. Sol rises 8%. That's huge for Solana. I guess everything's gonna have an ETF now. When's the XRP ETF, right? So I guess we'll just keep doing ETFs. Let's see. Coinbase accuses US SEC, FDIC improperly blocking document request. I hate Coinbase. So I'm not going to give them any propaganda on my channel. Deepen is sharing economy 2.0. Was deep in the space before it had a name. More than incremental innovations for crypto, he sees it as fundamental shift in how we manage everything from wireless networks to energy grids. Interesting. I'm gonna actually save this one because I do want to read this one further. But yeah. So that's it for news. I did want to look at our reports and see if there's anything coming out tomorrow. We have pending home sales, natural gas storage. Wait, tomorrow's Friday. So tomorrow we have PCE price index. Ooh, we might get a little bit of movement from that. But that's about it. Oh, PMI actually. PMI might move the markets. So it's saying it's not too extreme. Maybe not so much. PCE though, that should give us a bit of a movement, possibly, depending what it is. If it's pretty much flat, then we probably won't get a movement to it, but it's always something to look to. Now, I did want to see when our CPI report comes out. I think it was probably CPI. It's got to be maybe the 16th. Yeah. Nope. For retail sales. Maybe Monday. 7. CPI. There it is. So the 17th, Wednesday. So we got a bit of time. Hopefully we get some price movement. It's kind of choppy right now, and I don't. But once we get some volatility on Juxtapost, then we'll be able to take, you know, even larger trades or look to take profits or find some good entries, right? Always got to use that. So I did want to make sure that we checked reports to see if there's anything crazy coming out. I don't really expect much movement tomorrow because of this, unless this core PCE price index is just really bad. I don't expect much price movement from it. So with regards to that, I did want to pop in here and go ahead and put up high block for us and get that set up for us. And then let's go ahead and start. So we're going to start with the dollar. As I was saying earlier in my video, we did get this rejection from the high 2-hour order block right here. So that's looking pretty darn good for our trade. Pop back on Nexus, updated Nexus. Loads. All right, at a time. All right, and it's not loading. Nice. I must have changed something else to it. Great. So the 2-hour, let's go ahead and drop through the dollars here and see if there's anything we can find. But the dollar's starting to shift over on the weekly. It's not looking so bullish now. It's kind of going in a neutral zone right now. And see, as I was talking about in a couple of my previous videos, is just getting into this area right here and seeing how we react is going to be pretty huge. This is a pretty huge area right here for us. And the thing is, if we're longing Bitcoin, we don't want this to go up. We don't need the dollar going up for us. That will weaken Bitcoin, and that won't favor our longs. So just something to take note of. You start seeing this mega pump, it's possible that Bitcoin does take a dive lower, although we do have bearish divergence forming on the daily, so that's great for us, for our long. Let's see. We're kind of in a neutral posture on the 12-hour. The 8-hour is showing neutral posture as well. Bullish neutral posture. Let's see, the 6-hour. 6-hour is kind of a neutral zone too as well. 4 hours starting to turn up on us. So these lower time frames are still a bit bullish, so I don't see reason why we can't test the highs again. See how we react. Yeah. So the 1 hour, we had a bearish divergence. It's played out. We're getting another one right now that's about to confirm. So this area is looking a little bearish, although the median time frames are looking a little bullish though. But that 12-hour or daily bearish divergence, if this actually confirms out, will be really nice. The last time we had a bearish divergence, we did have a little bit of a price reaction to it, but granted, the dollar has been in an upward trajectory. We had a double bearish divergence here and actually got a nice rejection from that area. So we will just have to see what that actually brings to us if it does actually come. So nice to see that. I am leaning a bit bearish towards the dollar right now. I think we're running out of steam on that. Let's check out S&P. Take a look at S&P. S&P is just flying still. Wow. This chart looks beautiful. Daily starting to turn back up again. And weekly is looking great. See, this is what we need from Bitcoin right here. We need something just like that, and that would really give us some good indications of going higher. Let's see. This is looking really darn good. Wow, 8 hours looking beautiful. We have volatility starting to come in. We had a nice little rise right there. Yeah, I'm bullish on S&P right now. It's looking really, oh man, it's looking really good. Neutral on that time frame. So 4 hours starting to show this top out signal, but it's not confirmed yet, so that could just vanish. When we do our next video, we'll take a look and see if that actually. And we have one on the 2 hour. Well, this one might actually confirm, so that would be a minor pullback for the S&P. But overall, these higher time frames are looking pretty darn good. Let's see what the 45-minute has. 45 minutes looking pretty bullish right now still. But overall, I'm bullish on S&P. I think we do need a little bit of a pullback. But overall, this looks beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get into the Bitcoin main events. Okay. All right, so I had to stop the video for a minute, get a little bit of water. Just been knocking away water 24/7 now. So we did get a nice bounce. My last video, I did speak about this nice little bounce right here on the daily. Some of the people in the group actually took this trade. Right now, they're doing really well, very profitable right now. Just looking for a way to add more to their position and just trying to find out where they can add more. So my concern with the daily, not so much the daily, but this level that we keep rejecting is the 618 right here, which if you go back to one of my older videos, I actually speak about this area on when we were up here on this top side. Look for this area as a possible area to bounce. Let's see how we do in this area before we start looking for another long position up to the top. Well, we completely broke out of this, as you can see from here, and drop down even further into this order block down here. And I did mention that we would possibly see 60,000, and we did. We saw 60,000. Now we're running into an issue where we keep rejecting the 618. It's becoming an act of resistance. So, I'm still targeting this weekly P that we have. Let's drop down the 2 hour again. I'm still looking for this weekly P to be tested or touched, but we're running out of time. We are running out of time. There's only so many more days left of this weekly P before we do get a new weekly P. So before we drop into the rest of these time frames, I did want to look at the high block since it's loaded. So we're getting kind of into a neutral zone with the shorts to long liquidation rates, which I don't really like to see. Besides there being a lot of chop in the market, seeing this kind of flat line like that doesn't bode well for us going higher. It's one thing to take note of. Now the short liquidations are still outpacing the long liquidations by a bit, but if we do get another test of the low, we'll probably get a shorts coming back into the market pretty heavily. Let's check out the XO chart real quick here. I want to read this. Let's see. Okay, so we're kind of rejecting on PD value area high right now, and it looks like shorts dropped off, and that's the reason for this pull up, which I never like to see. I never like seeing shorts leaving the market like that. Normally, it kind of just tests as lower. It's like a fake out from the longs, but we do have kind of a rising interest on the longs, so that's great to see. Price is rising and open interest is rising, so that's good. That's healthy for us to see that. So those are some good benefits for us going higher. Let's go ahead and drop into the charts and see what I believe is we do go higher. The weekly still looks like trash, but we can find a happy medium up here. Maybe not the weekly P, but possibly get up here a little bit more before we start another pullback, unless the weekly just turns over completely. Now the day does look really good, and this could pull up the weekly for us. So this is why I'm leaning more towards us going higher, is because this daily just looks so beautiful. You see how it's turning over, starting to come up. We had a swing fill of the bottom on juxtapose, and we had a bullish divergence that finally confirmed, and we're rising, but we're rising on very low volume. We're rising because shorts are closing out. So that's never a great sign that the reason price is going up is because shorts are closing out. That doesn't bode well for strength in the market. When you have strength in the market, it means that longs are coming into the market. There's longs coming in, they're strengthening the market. They're betting that the market will go up. When the market's going up because shorts are coming out and leaving the market, it doesn't bode well. You could take it the other way and say that, well, the shorts are leaving because the shorts think the price are going to go higher. Not necessarily. There's been multiple times where I've seen shorts leave the market. We get this mega pump going. All these people get into longs at the top of this mega pump, and then they're literally flushed out. Big amount of people come in and they start shorting the market like crazy, and then we're back down to the bottom of the range. So it's just something to be aware of, that it's a possibility. Now, for me to turn and like really confirm that this could go higher is us getting past the 618 right here. If we start getting some candle closures above this area, I would expect us to go higher. So I'm still leaning us going higher, especially with the daily looking like that. Let's see what the 12 hours looking like. 12 hours pointing up, bullish for us. 8 hours bullish for us. 6 hours bullish for us. Everything's looking pretty darn good. 4 hour bullish. I mean, this is probably the best it's looked in a while. 2 hours probably leaning over. Oh, 2 hours still pointing up for us in bullish posture. And let's check out the 1 hour. Let's see here. 1 hour is in a neutral zone, but it is trying to pull up in the bullish posture. So we are hitting this order block up here again and again and again. Now we are testing this high area, and normally when you test an area, whether it's, you know, testing lows or testing highs, when you keep hitting that area, you're soon to break out or break down. In this case, we could possibly soon break out. We keep testing this high area. There's not much interest, you know, every time we start to get down here, that's being bought right back up. So ideally it looks good for us to go higher, and I don't see why we can't. So now the moment everybody's been waiting for is, why did I take this position? What did I see? The biggest thing that I was waiting for, and I kind of spoke about it in video, I was waiting for this range low to have a swing fail pattern for us, and it was very little. So, you know, right now there's not much volatility in the market, and this is kind of like, it's kind of just dull and choppy, and like, you know, you kind of just see how things go. You have a little bit of price movement. It's not major price movement like what we've had over the past couple days before. You know, when we were up here moving around, coming down, we're kind of choppy here in this area, and then we had some good volatility. So we're again kind of choppy in this area, and then possibly pick up some good volatility, right? So for me, I had a few bases to this. We had a swing fail here. Now my entry was like 60,900 and what was it? 60,976. So it wasn't the exact bottom, but we did swing fail this area. We came back up into this range, and I just had this moment where if we go to the Dalton from, or the EXO chart from yesterday, I did see this. We had a Dalton that was a possibility playing out. So a Dalton is when D open is outside previous day value area and previous day value area high. There's a 80% chance that we oscillate to the previous day value area high, right? So if it's D open is below previous day value area low, and then we get into this price action, gets it back into this area, there's a high probability, 80% probability that we oscillate back to the top of this range, right? Which we did. We came back into this range. We oscillated to previous day value area high, had a rejection from value area high, but overall it played out to the T. Go a little bit further. It was 840, about 840. I mean, you can see the price action got up there to that day. So for me, I was looking at that being a possibility to play a good long. Now, it's not as large as my positions normally are, because I was still possibly expecting us to go lower, and we still can. We could still go lower. It's always a possibility, but things are looking pretty healthy right now. You know, this video might come out and we make a drop and nuke down to the bottom again, but that's what happens in crypto, right? That's what happens when you're trading. There's always a lot of volatility involved. Right now, volatility is kind of dry. This is a good time to position yourself near the bottom of the range, trade the range, take the range position, and you know, just see how things go. Let patience take over, right? No reason to FOMO, no reason to be aggressive. Just find a good entry and just sit it out, wait it out, and see what happens. Now, does it always happen how you want it to? No, not nearly as much as you like it to, right? But you know, I am trading. I traded the Dalton. I got into my position because I saw the Dalton for the day. We took that position, and then now I am targeting up to the weekly P. Now it's it's not looking great right now. We're not really getting the price move we want. But again, if we do get past this 618 right here and we start having some candle closures above this area, I will be more confident in us moving up further. Now, seeing us get up into that area, it's a possibility. I don't really see any other order blocks that are... I do kind of like this order block, but it's kind of... us getting up there would be kind of difficult. So possibly into this one. Maybe a swing fail past the weekly P, and then a rejection back down, right? So food for thought. I am bullish on Bitcoin right now. Still myself, I'm in a long position on it, and we'll just see how it goes from there, right? Let's take a look at Tesla. I got Tesla. Oh, beautiful. Looking beautiful. So I was bullish on this in my last couple of videos. Still looking beautiful. Let's see. Weekly's looking darn good. Juxtapost has called that. Daily's looking good. Juxtapost called the bullish breakout. Here we go. On to the races. We are at a 12-hour order block right now, so we'll probably have a bit of a pullback on that. But overall, this is looking really healthy. I'm still bullish on Tesla. 6 hour does have bearish divergence. Might put a little wrench in it. A 4 hour is looking pretty darn good. Actually, I don't think that 6 hours is going to do much. It does look really darn good. Don't really see much reason for us to pull back. I'm still bullish on this. I feel like we'll slow down a little bit right here, chop around, and then we'll make another test of a high. But overall, I've been bullish for this for a couple of videos now. Still bullish on it. Still looking good. I did want to look at Peloton. I think I have it saved in, but one of the members was talking about this one, and it looked pretty darn good the other day. See how it's looking. Ooh, okay. So 8 hours not looking great, but let's see the weekly's looking darn good. I like seeing this right here. That's looking really bullish right there for us. Daily's kind of in a neutral zone right now. 12-hour neutral zone, more of a bearish posture though. 8 hours of bearish posture as well. 6 hours kind of in a neutral zone. 4 hours neutral zone. 2 hours looking pretty darn good. I am leaning a bit bearish on this. Tell you the truth, the weekly does look good, but I think we're due for a bit of a pullback, especially with the daily looking like that. So I don't really see us hitting this top side right here, but I do believe that once we get a nice little healthy pullback, we could go further since the weekly is pointing up. So I am a little cautious on the lower time frame of a pullback with Peloton, but after that I think we're good to go with that. Let's see, XOM, Alex. XOM. Well, that looks pretty nice already. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, weekly is not looking great on this. Ooh. Had a nice little pullback on here though, but it hasn't turned over the weekly yet for us. Daily's looking all right. Let's see. Daily's bullish. Daily's looking pretty good. It could pull up the weekly for us. Oh, 12 hours looking great. 8 hour. Oh man, 8 hours looking bullish. 6 hours turning over a little bit, but we got some juice. We definitely have some juice for this. There's definitely some juice left in this. Yeah, 2 hours looking pretty good. Volatility's starting to come in for us, so that's great to see. Nice. My dog decided that she wanted to scratch herself. So hopefully you didn't hear the clicking in the background, but her collar going off. But yeah, so I'm looking, let's see, I'm looking pretty bullish on XOM to tell you the truth, even though the 6 hour does have some bearish divergence. I don't really think it's going to play off quite well because all the other time frames are pointing up. So that's wonderful to see. I do love XOM. I did want to check out AG and C. This is where I get all my dividends from. I love this. You get paid out every month in dividends. So I'd rather it just consolidate and just consolidate over and over again than it really move. But it does have some price movement. especially around this time, and we're kind of heading right back down to that area. We've almost broken the low of the COVID dip. I had a good rally on it to 18, and it hasn't been the same since. And I actually started buying it right about this area right here, and then I've been starting to buy it again recently, as of recently. But overall, I mean, I've been playing it for dividends more so. The weekly's looking pretty darn good though. Let's see what the daily looks like. Daily's in a neutral posture. 12 hours in neutral posture too. It's just not really moving. There's no volatility on it. All neutral posture. 6 hours not looking so great. I'm bullish on it though. I think the weekly's looking pretty darn good, and that's kind of outweighing everything else. Let's see the 1 hour. 1 hour is looking pretty darn good too. 2 hours starting to turn over pretty nice. You like to see that right there. Yeah, I'm looking higher for AGNC. I don't see why. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin, and we're gonna do the random indicator. So I did speak about my position, how I got into that position. We are having a pullback right now on Bitcoin. We're hitting that 2 hour order block on Serenity. That Serenity is showing for us. But overall, I mean, it's hard to say. You know, you really want some volatility into this market, really get your, you know, bags pumping. I'm concerned. I'm just concerned about this because if we don't pass the 618, it's going to be back down to the bottom of the range again. So still, I'm bullish on it, but seeing it reject this area is concerning. I'm concerned about that. Personal preference on that to be concerned. But we are on the bottom of the range, so I'm not looking for any swing shorts to take right now. You know, I'm looking for a long position to take and look for higher, you know, look for higher to get into another short position to take it back down. But right now it's concerning. It's weak. It's not looking great. It's not quite the same movement we had the last time we were in this area. Granted, we had a bit of choppiness before we actually started making some move higher. So it's never going to be perfect. Bitcoin's never going to be perfect. You just have to find, you know, good trade setups and take advantage of them. I'll probably set my stop to break even, or maybe, like I said, maybe a bit more, and then probably reposition myself if we do come back down to the bottom of the range. Again, it's about getting into a good, when you're trying to swing trades, you know, I've done a couple scouts here and there along the way, but when you're trying to swing a trade, you want to get the best position you can, and then you want to load up on that position and really get it big so you can, you know, make a lot of money off of it, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into a indicator. Let's do, find anything good. Let's see.
Fuck me harder.
Not really much of anything, huh? Let's see. EMA overlay. I feel like we've done this one already at some point. How about this? Custom indicator clearly shows if bulls or bears. Oh, Chris Moody did this. Should be pretty good then. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. We have 0 lines. So how about we take this? This is on the 3. Well, I guess it's the 4. So let's say if we do 8, we do by 8, and then we take these large tops and see exactly. Oh wow, this actually might be pretty good. We're gonna stay on the 2 hour. Let's go ahead and drop this off. We're gonna hide this, and then let's just see. So I keep moving the Fibonacci tool. Let's just see what we get here. So this looks like it could be kind of promising, to be honest with you. Well, this one's not so great. Well, we take the 4. So we're not going to take the 4 here. We're gonna do it off the top of 8 here. So I'm kind of thinking that the reverse, so if it's red, we want a long, and if it's green, we want a short, right? So we're going to take that in consideration and see what we get out of that. So right here, we would have longed, wouldn't have done great. I mean, if we stuck into that position, we would have possibly be break even by now. Would have been a pretty crappy, you know, position to get into. So let's take this one. What if we long this one? This one would have worked out pretty darn well briefly, but nonetheless, 1.5%, not bad. All right, so this one we're gonna short at because it's green, and this one would have done really well, actually. So that's good to see. Assuming you were to take the reverse signal when it came, that's actually a short and then take profits and switch. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna grab some water. Hold on just a second. Oh, all right. I'm back. So yeah, so that would have turned out pretty darn good. You would have had 2 good trades right here. I mean, if you were to switch and then take the other position and bring it up. You know, this is kind of relative because we have all this data here sitting here. So it's like, yeah, you could have taken profits here. Well, who knows? You know, like you can't really say you would have taken profits because you didn't know. You didn't know if you're going to take profits. Now, if we were playing it where if we had saw this green, you know, like this green line over here, over in this area, then we could have taken profits. Like kind of like how we did here. We took the short position. And then we see the red right here, and then we take profits and then switch, right? So we had like a green right here that had kind of the same concept of this right here. We could have taken profits and then switched, you know, and then went the other way. So we could say 1 for 1 on this one. You know, we got into this position and came down here and took profits on this. And I mean, that's a solid play right there. That's a good trade right there. You know, just because we saw this red here and we know that this is an indication that we're going to long, right? What we're seeing from this indicator that we see. So this one would have worked out pretty darn well too, per se. Again, you don't really know where you're going to take profits. That's only downfall, it seems, to this indicator. Now, if this had pumped up a bit more up here, we could have taken profits. That would have been perfect for us to take profits right there. So in consideration, we took a long. Let's just say that we took profits because this is the top of the range right here, right? You know, so that would have worked out really well as well for us. Let's see, we got another one here. It's saying the long. Let's see how this goes. Got that one right here. We would have longed this and say we just took profits at the resistance-ish, per se. We could say that would have worked out really well too. Oh, this one's really bad. I don't know if I would have taken that one. So, because we want to stay with our rule. So anything above 8 is what we would have traded. So we wouldn't, let's say we won't take that one. Although we would take this one, and we would have not done well on it. So we would have shorted that and then pretty much got stopped out. There's no way we would have stayed in there unless we took it to the bottom of the range and profits on it. But that one we would have kind of gotten stuck out, stop lossed out at. We wouldn't have taken this one because it's past our rule of where we wanted to take positions. Let's see here. So this one would have worked out really well. This one would have been a nice trade, taken a long. And then assuming you held out, you know, you could have rode that up until this resistance point right here, right? Taking profits of the resistance point. So interesting to see that one. Quite interesting. We would have not taken that one just because it doesn't do our rule. This one would have failed as well. We would have lost on this one. So again, I think the biggest thing of like me doing these random indicators is just kind of to show that regardless what indicator you're using, nothing's going to be 100%. Nothing is 100% ever. It's just you have to find the best odds when you're putting into a position and you're getting into a trade. You have to find what the best odds are. You need to find good confluence and just figure out, you know, like, okay, if it goes here, is it done? You know, like, is this my rule? Will I exit my trade? You know, will I take a loss? if it stops out here, it's definitely going to go lower, or, you know, if it stops out here, it's definitely going to go higher, or whatever it may be. You just have to set these rules and these boundaries and trade accordingly to them. And a lot of it's psychology too. You have to make sure that you're, you know, you're keeping a good mental state when you're taking these trades. It's always keen to have that. You need to make sure you have that all the time. So I think that's about all we could do for that one. Let's go to like the 45-minute and see what we could have gotten with that. Let's see. Well, we're not going to play the 8-minute because the 8-minute would kind of probably would not work. Well, it would have worked okay for that. Let's see. So if we got 4 on there, let's drop it down to like 6. Let's do 6 on the lower time frame and see if there's any good trades off this that we can get. All right, let's see. So we would have shorted there. It would have done pretty well. Now this is the 15-minute time frame, so the trades would have to be a bit quicker. But that would have worked out pretty nice if you were to take it at the lows. Could have worked pretty nicely for that trade. This one you would have not done so well on this one. That would have not done well. It's unfortunate. I do kind of like this. Out of all the random indicators I've done, I do kind of like this one. It does have some. It does have some, like, you know, promising stuff to it, but you would have lost. I mean, unless you'd taken profits back at this high right here, you lost that, especially after that mega drop. Let's see, if you long this one, you would have lost that. Yeah, again, nothing's 100%, unfortunately. It's always great to find that magic indicator, but again, I think my magic indicators are my 3 indicators that I use day in, day out. I love them, work wonderful. I got more updates coming for them. They're going to only get better. This one would have worked out pretty nice. Would have done a nice little long. I got a top side. Would have worked out pretty nice. So, yeah. Well, I think that's it for this video. I hope everybody's having a good day, good afternoon, or a good evening, however or whenever you're watching this. Till next time, guys. Peace.
moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body, she be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body, she be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. Getting used to the weather. She be rocking no clothes. Fucked up last night. Today she a no-show. She don't like to go to class, rather get a party. Study that solely. Papa got money, red Maserati. She just met new friends. They just wanna stay out till the sun come up. They just wanna party. Tell them something came up. She just wanna party. She don't wanna change up. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA, go to UCLA, and she drive a Maserati. Then she got a body. She be tryna party. She be tryna party. Surfboard shawty, she just caught the wave. 24 been getting paid. Diamonds in her watch, no shades. All these lights on the chain and no arcade. Pop one pill, pop two pills. Roll, 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 now she going downhill. And she was born in Texas, so you know she flexing. Shawty got style, I can tell how she dressed. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA. She be tryna party. She be tryna party. She just moved to LA.